Right.
So the type of relationship you have in stage 3 is partnership.
Yes, they're
We
partners.
are partners.
So if you look at the progression, we went from lovers to antagonists into partnership.
Yes.
We're partners.
Yeah, I think that's key, man, because phase 1, you're trying to figure out how's this thing going to work. Am I the man? Do I just tell her what to do? Am I, am shy, and your natural reaction is, excuse me, you know what I mean? So you got a lot of bumping heads. And then you get to phase 3, you're like, you know what? We're partners.
Mm-hmm.
That's how this thing's going to work.
Right. We're figuring this out.
We're figuring this thing out.
Together.
I do this well. She does this well. And together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does the attitude become, Shire, in phase 3?
It's more harmonious.
Harmony.
It's like, okay, I'm starting to understand him. He's starting to understand me.
You understanding the stuff you don't like about the person?
Yes.
You like, you know what? That's what makes Shire Shire. That's what makes Marcus Marcus.
Right.
He does this. He just
Right.
gonna do this.
Right. And so this section is, the category is the attitude. And then you can also apply this to like your finances. So like your attitude towards money. I think we talk about this a lot, that you're a risk taker,
Right.
and I'm a security seeker. And so I can have a harmonious attitude with the fact that my husband is a risk taker, because I understand, and it's been over time that we've made this progress in our relationship.
Shire, a word that we used within the last, we've been married 14 years, and you used this word probably 2 years ago. And you never used this word for 12 years. It was a lot of, we could never rest upon this. And when you say harmonious, it brings it to my attention. Agree to disagree. You remember when you actually said that about a debate we had? You said, well, we just need to agree to disagree. I was like, we can do that?
Right. Because,
because you want the other person to just get you all the time.
Exactly.
Until you get to your face, you're like, you know what? Agree to disagree. It's still, we still good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you can do that in a harmonious way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's what harmony is in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Agreeing to disagree.
And it happens, it didn't happen that often early in our relationship, because it's like we were able to sway each other, one way or the other, and we'd be on this, we would be of the same opinion. But now it's just like, I hear what you're saying, you hear what I'm saying, and let's just leave it there.
It's almost a weird thing. You're like, but there's no, in music, it's called not resonance, but
Dissonance?
resolve.
Oh, resolve. Okay.
There's no, like, when you hit a sus, I'm giving you guys a little music theory here. When you hit a sus chord, it's sus into resolve. And so when you agree to disagree, you're hitting that sus and you're just walking away. And it's kind of like, oh, that's weird. Think of the national anthem. And a home of the, and you just walk off. You don't say brave. And he's like, but it didn't end. But no, it's okay. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and another analogy is that things have to be black or white, wrong or right. There are just some instances where there is no right, there is no wrong.
Yeah.
It just is.
Just is. I like that.
It just is.
Shire, in phase 3, this is what I really like. The strength of your commitment is certain.
So for certain, I know that this disagreement is not going to end our relationship.
Exactly.
So I don't need to add any colorful language
Right.
or say anything that I'm going to regret, because I feel certain, I feel grounded in the commitment.
Or if the other person does go off the deep end, you're certain that they're going to come back.
Let them go.
Let them go.
Don't
They're
go
gonna
there
come
with
back.
them. Don't go there with them.
And that's
hard.
That's hard to do. But when you're in that phase 3, you kind of getting that muscle is getting worked out a little bit, because you done been through a lot of bumping heads. So you kind of know, you know what? They just having a moment. It's going to be all good.
Right.
And then when you come to conflict, it's resolved.
It's resolved.
It's resolved. And a resolution may be leaving it alone, like Shire said, or a resolution may be, you know what, I was wrong. I apologize, So there's more resolution in phase 3, because you want to move on.
Well, resolve doesn't necessarily, to me, it doesn't mean sweep it under the rug. Okay, because when you sweep something under the rug, the dirt is still there. Okay, it is still there.
Facts.
So if you walk away, then you've made a conscious decision that I'm at peace with it being as it is.
Right.
So I think that there's a distinction there with resolve.
Right. And Shire, so the view of your mate in the last one, phase 3, the view of your mate is acceptance. What does that mean to you? Because I want to hear what you think about that.
I mean, I think that acceptance is something that we all crave as human beings, to be loved and to be accepted.
Right.
Like, OMG. I mean, that is what we all want. So acceptance to me is, I accept you. In your entirety.
Yeah.
The good and the bad.
That. Yeah. And I feel that. I feel that that my partner accepts me. I don't have to worry about them looking elsewhere. You know what I mean? In this mode, you feel like
they're still human. I hope you don't look elsewhere.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like with the intent of he might mess around and leave, or she might mess around and go get Tay Diggs.
Well, they still can accept you. Okay, I think of it a little bit differently. Okay. I think so I think acceptance is you accept the person.
Okay. As they are,
and as they will become. Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.